Hello again, everyone. Touch the Rooch, the horror nerd here at Scares That Care Charity Weekend 7 in Williamsburg, Virginia. We are having a blast here on Friday night. Got a chance to talk to a lot of great people, and I am sitting next to another one now. A person who over the years here at Scares That Care has become a good friend of the convention and of myself, Mr. John Anderson. How are you?
Greetings, programs. How are you today?
I am doing great.
I threw a Tron reference in there for you, too.
Nice. Fantastic.
We're really showing our age.
We are.
Yeah.
So, John, how's the convention been for you so far?
It just started, but it's already excited. I got here last night. I'm just, the anticipation was crazy. It's like, yes, we're finally back. The family has gathered again.
Exactly.
Yes. Everything, all systems are a go. To hell with this stupid COVID thing. We're going for it.
Yeah, man. It's this is my first convention. Back
yeah.
In any sort of a big convention of any kind, so indoors.
You've done a few interviews today. Have you had a little ring rust yet? Are you working it out?
Yeah. I mean, it sort of comes back pretty quick. I am a fan, like anyone, at heart.
Sure, oh yeah.
So it's a thrill. The fact that I get to do this and talk to guests at conventions, I'm like, what?
Right. And as a fan, I'm here freaking out. I'm a Star Trek nerd. There's like multiple celebrities here that have been in Star Trek, and I'm jealous and envious at the same time.
It has become a running joke for me here at Scares That Care. Every time I interview someone, they invariably have a picture on their table of some role they did in a Star Trek along the way.
Right. Not me, though. I got to work on this. I have got a bulbous, giant, balding forehead with a receding hairline that's begging to be a Klingon.
Well, look, there's a bunch of Star Treks now. Brave New Worlds is coming, so...
You got Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, Picard
Strange New
Season 2.
Worlds.
Yeah, God, we got all...
What was I talking about?
It's a great time to be a Star Trek nerd.
It is.
And Joe Ripple will kill us if we continue to talk about Star Trek at the Horror Charity Convention.
Well, listen, and it is my job to irritate Joe Ripple as much as possible.
It's my job to irritate him as well.
And you're very good at it.
I'm going to irritate the hell out of him tomorrow night. I'm saving a surprise for the costume contest.
Ooh,
yes.
Okay. Well, I will be recording it as usual, so I can't wait to see that.
That's all right. So, and we all know how much Joe loves Trek.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, John, you're one of those, a movie person who a lot of people, you probably can walk down the street.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And no one's getting out, because they're always got you in 27 layers of makeup.
Sure.
But you've been in so many iconic movies and big blockbusters at this point.
Sure.
I'm not quite sure how to phrase this question, but so I'm just going to phrase it.
Oh, yeah.
Does that ever bother you? Like, hey, I'm hidden under all this makeup?
Not at all. I love it. That's my jam right there. I love it.
That's cool.
And a lot of people don't like it. They say it's the worst job in Hollywood. Give it to me. I'll take it. I love it. I think it's a lot easier as an actor when you're doing that type of stuff. It's very liberating. You can do things that you wouldn't normally go for. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
If you're wearing like an inch of latex, it's like on your face. It's like you can really go over the top for some reason, and it makes sense because it's
you're an alien. Who knows how you're supposed to behave?
Exactly.
Who could say?
I love that stuff, and occasionally when you do some stuff, I'll be, and especially in my town where I live in Birmingham, they, people will see you in the grocery. Hey, brother John. I'm like, hey, it's like, what are you working on? I don't know, nothing. Just grocery shopping today. Right. So.
Well, people sometimes forget, movie people lead actual lives.
Sure,
you might go to the store,
And like I said, I have a nickname. Everybody calls me Brother John everywhere I go, and that's fine because I had an older brother and a little sister, and growing up, it was, hey, this is my brother John. So it stuck. So now, even in my adulthood, now I'm just people who knows people. I know everybody. I love everyone.
Well, I will tell you what. We do talk amongst ourselves at Scares That Care. You very quickly became a fan favorite and a favorite of the charity, and I truly mean that because you are so invested in it.
I love this,
and you are very fan friendly on social media, very interactive, especially with the charity.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we truly appreciate that.
Oh, I love Scares That Cares. This is the best thing that I do all year. If I do nothing else, I would want to do Scares That Cares just because of how awesome this place is and how awesome the people that come to this convention are, how awesome the people are that run the convention. We joke about Joe Ripple and his staff and terrorizing him. God, what a great guy, man. What a great group of guys and gals that put this thing on every year. From the staff of Scares That Cares all the way down to the DoubleTree Hotel people that also need kudos.
Please. Yeah. Over my lifetime, I have gone to a lot of horror conventions. And a lot of times you can tell that the hotel is not real thrilled about the freak show rolling into town. They totally embrace it. But everyone out there's in costume or makeup or involved somehow. It's great.
If you do one thing in the year though for someone else, this is the perfect place to do it, man. It's a blessing just to be invited back every year. I love it. I love it.
Fantastic.
It's just such a good thing that they do, And I would be very sad. Like people ask, are you going to do like the costume contest this year? I'm like, I hope so. I'd be depressed if I didn't get to do it. Right? I'd be really like kicking rocks outside. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
But I love it, man. This is fun.
Good. It's good. It's like I said, it's great to have you. It's always a blast.
It's always great to have.
So, John, one last question.
Absolutely.
Of all these fun costumes and roles that you've done here and your banner and everything, do you have a personal favorite?
Hard to say, man. The one I always tell everybody, I was a huge Spider-Man fan as a child. I remember meeting Spidey in a grocery, like it was a grocery store or a Venture's department store in Cape Girardeau, Missouri when I was like 6. And I couldn't, and it was just, this is like 1981, so it wasn't like cosplay like it is now.
Right,
Guy in the zipper suit, the
throwing ropes out of his hands.
Yeah,
or
right.
whatever,
And I just had this Polaroid of my mom still has it, and he's flexing, and I'm sitting on one shoulder, my older brother's sitting on the other, and in the photo, I'm even like, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. So, like 35 years later, when you come around and you're on the set of Homecoming, that was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And I called my mother and told her, and she was just like, God, who knew,
Right.
And then there's the real Spidey 2 feet away, Tom Holland,
Right.
It was great. It was just great. That was like a life goal completed for me.
How did you even get into acting? Was it a lifelong ambition?
No, I was working in retail like pretty much everybody else. And I think, that's why I relate to everybody that comes in here. I don't do the Mr. Famous thing. It's just not me. I remember going to the Holiday Inn and meeting Scotty or somebody from Star Trek when I was a kid. I used to be in the shady airport Holiday Inn when I was a kid, So that's why I was trying to talk and chat with everybody. I was on the other side of that table. I know how it goes. But I answered a Facebook ad years ago seeking tall, skinny, ugly guy with crooked teeth for a film.
Okay.
And after about 6 months of auditions, it turned out to be Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So,
wow.
Yeah, who knew?
Right.
Again, yeah, who knew?
That's very cool, man.
You'll
always be able to say you were in these movies.
That's true. I was looking at that thing on Facebook. I'm a tall, skinny, ugly guy with crooked teeth. Let me see what that's all about. I thought it'd be Walking Dead, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought, it'd be fun to be a zombie. That'd be kind of cool. You could say you did it once and then it'd be over, but it just kept escalating and going, and here we are.
Listen, man, I always think it's great when, obviously you're a tall guy.
Sure.
But I think it's great when people can find a niche for themselves where they can still act and have fun and enjoy it. And
they say it's a tall man's world, but they're lying to you.
Yeah.
Until you get into a Prius or a low-hanging ceiling fan, or you got to fly coach to Scares Again. No,
they make you fly coach. That is outrageous.
No,
outrageous, Joe Ripple.
It's worth it. No, it's worth it. I would ride a camel to Scares That Cares if I had to be here. That's how much I love this place.
Good for you, man. My final question: any movie projects coming up? What are you working on now?
My buddy George Dimmick and I are working on something. I'm supposed to go in mid-September to Nashville to do another horror flick. So
nice.
Always the most fun.
I'm sure.
Anytime it's like, hey, blood and gore and slasher flick you in, yeah, absolutely, let's go.
Absolutely.
It's good times, man. Those are always the most fun.
They are.
Big budget stuff's great, but indie stuff is way more fun.
John, thank you so much.
Always,
for a few
man.
minutes
Always.
Of your time. I've been looking forward to seeing you. It's been a couple of years, and I'm always excited to come to the convention and to see you.
Nobody
and
ever refers to 2020 as its last year was 2019.
Oh,
Yeah, like
dude.
it just didn't even happen.
It's the lost year. We're all going to look back at it, and we like blinked, and 2020 was gone.
That's it. That's
a
all.
year
When
just
I
burned
say,
away.
Hey, it's good to see you last year. I'm talking about 2019. Yeah, because 2020 just didn't even happen. We just move on.
Yeah, exactly. But here we are. We're back. We're having fun. We're raising money for a good cause.
Huge.
So
people are just jamming at the bit to get in here. I mean, this is going to be great. Anybody who didn't come out this year, you're missing a good one.
Absolutely. John Anderson, everyone, the new man of 1,000 faces, if I may be so bold.
Sure.
Here at Scares That Care Charity Weekend 7 in Williamsburg, Virginia. I am Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.